Is there a pinball machine in my future? I need a pinball machine, dude. Pinball is fun.
I got Bond, but I bought it from Game Room Goodies. This is where I have all my pinball machines, Metallica Remastered. I got D&D.
Black Knight, Sword of Rage!
Yeah, so I fell in love with pinball. I can't believe that was almost 4 years ago. And now I'm here in Houston, Texas to host the TWIPY Awards. I followed my passion and it led me here. It's wild, and honestly, I really didn't see it coming. One of the best parts about all this is that I get to host the show alongside friends I've made through this hobby. Ian Jacoby, Aaron Winnick-Anthony, Jamie Burchell, and Colin from Kineticist. The thing about pinball, it's all about community. It brings people together. I wonder what the pinball community in Houston will be like. Well, we're about to find out. The first stop on this action-packed TWIPY weekend is Russell's house.
You look so good on camera, man.
I went with the no hat today.
Who's Russell? Well, he goes by RJ Texas on Pinside, and the best way I can describe him is he's just like you and me. His passion for pinball is infectious, and he's opening up his house to the local Houston community that's attending the TWIPYs as a way to kick off the festivities. And holy crap, Russell knows how to throw a pinball party. I mean, he even got a freaking bartender making us Bloody Marys at 10 a.m. I know you're like, yeah, whatever, Bloody Marys, blah, 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 blah. So what about Russell's games? Let's just say he's got a few. Okay, he's got a lot more than a few. Check this out. I spent most of my time playing his immaculate Jersey Jack Pirates of the Caribbean, and it had the exclusive and very rare topper by Elite Pinball Toppers. I think it retailed for $2,500 when it came out, and it goes for as much as $5,000 nowadays on the resale market. Only 100 were made, and damn, this thing looks amazing. This guy does not mess around, and I love it. Okay, Houston, if this is any indicator of how the community rolls, this is a great start. Thanks so much, Russell, for your hospitality and for opening up your home to all of us. But there's a lot more on the agenda, and unfortunately, it's time to go. So we're off to our next destination, the Wormhole Pinball Vault. Despite its cool name, I half expected to see a massive steel door, but turns out it's just an ordinary one. However, that didn't matter one bit because this unassuming spot is nothing short of epic. The vault is essentially a haven for rare and one-of-a-kind games that are given a new lease on life, restored for a whole new generation to enjoy. What makes it so unique is that some of the games in here you can't find anywhere else. As if the vault itself wasn't cool enough, a shipment of new old stock parts arrived while we were there. One crate was packed with all kinds of pinball components, including some complete playfields that had never been used. Imagine that, pieces over 40 years old yet still in pristine condition. Most of these parts are slated for restoring games, with the goal of eventually getting them complete and onto the floor over at Wormhole for everyone to enjoy. As we wrap things up at the vault, there's no time to rest. We're gonna head over to Eureka Brewing Company for an IFPA tournament tonight. I'm definitely running on fumes, but the adrenaline of knowing I'm hosting the TWIPYs tomorrow is kicking in, so I'm riding that wave for now to keep the party going. Most of the crew that was at the vault is going to come along with us, and we've picked up a few locals too. Oh, it's time. Time for some competitive pinball. The tournament is coming to an end, and I did okay. I placed 27th out of 60 players, but like I said earlier, pinball is about community, and while I am competitive, and of course I want to win, the highlight of the tournament for me was talking to some new people and making new friends. And how crazy is this? One of the guys I met there was from Pinside, and he helped me fix my Uncanny X-Men auto plunger issue, so that was unexpected but super cool to be able to make that connection in the real world versus sitting behind a computer. I'm still buzzing with tournament adrenaline, but it just hit me. We have to do some final testing to make sure we are ready for the TWIPYs tomorrow night. So we're heading over to the Wormhole now to make sure everything is dialed in for the big show. Look, I don't want to spoil just how incredible the Wormhole looks inside, so you're just going to get a quick glimpse. Pulling off a live show like this takes a serious effort, and a final run through the night before is absolutely crucial. Thankfully, everything checked out perfectly. Now, it's past midnight, we're all super tired and running on empty, so we're gonna go walk over to Cat's Deli for some much needed food before we crash back at the hotel. Tomorrow's a big day. We've got the Barrels of Fun tour at 10 a.m., so every minute of sleep counts. I really didn't sleep much last night. The excitement of the TWIPYs and seeing what Barrels of Fun might show us has me super anxious, but in a good way. I've never been to their factory, so I'm just really excited. But if you remember, from Expo 2023, they kind of stole the show. They came out of nowhere with Labyrinth, and people loved it. The lines were super backed up the entire expo, and everyone was impressed with their ability to stay quiet before hitting us with an amazingly built machine for their first game. It was practically a flawless execution. The game wasn't just revealed, it was ready to ship to customers right then and there. When we arrived, we all checked in and had to sign an NDA. Just to be clear, this wasn't a casual friend DA, it was the real deal. That means there's some stuff I really can't talk about, at least not in detail, but don't worry, I'll be able to drop a few hints along the way. As we started the factory tour, I was thinking to myself, for a relatively new company, they really have their shit together. Everything was clean, well organized, and while this is a much smaller operation than say Stern Pinball or Jersey Jack, it didn't really seem like that. As we moved through the factory, we got to see what's probably the last round of Labyrinth games being prepared in various stages. They walked us through some of their thoughts on quality assurance and how they ensure that every game you receive is ready to go out of the box in a condition that a collector would expect and appreciate. The feeling I got from the entire team is that they're extremely passionate about what they're doing and they want to release only the very best. And if it doesn't meet their standards, it's not leaving the walls of the factory. We got a chance to put some games on the Labyrinths that were at the end of the line for final testing. This game grows on me the more I play it. I was a big fan of the movie growing up, and seeing it come to life in a pinball form is really cool. And I personally appreciate the use of various high-quality sculpts that help really create that world under glass. So what's their next game? Well, they were pretty tight-lipped, but they did show us something that I've never seen in an operational state before. It was a piece of pinball history, and while it's likely not their next game, and honestly, they might not even do anything with it at all, but what they showed us would for sure pique the interest of any pinball enthusiast. I know that's not the nugget of information you're looking for, but that's all I can share for now. I gotta admit, I really enjoyed my time at Barrels of Fun. They even fed us some amazing barbecue at the end of the tour. We all signed a banner to document this really cool experience, and honestly, I kind of felt like I was a part of their family while I was there. So if that was their goal, then they succeeded. I'm personally really excited for their next game, whatever it might be. I'm still holding strong on my G.I. Joe rumor, but only a few people know what the game actually is, and man, they do a really good job keeping things under wraps. Whatever it is, Barrels assured me that they're on their own timeline, and when it's ready, we'll all see it. But they refuse to rush something out for the sake of rushing it out. And I really appreciate that, and I think the community will as well. So thanks again to Barrels of Fun for all the hospitality, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Alright, it's almost showtime, baby, and I'm finally gonna give you a proper look inside the Wormhole, the epic venue that will host this year's TWIPY Awards. It's not the biggest space, but man, it's got an incredible underground vibe that feels tailor-made for pinball. Walking through the door, you can't help but feel like you've stumbled upon some exclusive club. The design and atmosphere are so perfectly crafted that honestly words can't do it justice. You really have to see it for yourself. And the game lineup is absolutely spot on. It's a thoughtful mix of timeless classics, modern favorites, and rare gems that you'd usually only see tucked in someone's private collection. This place is pure pinball magic. People funnel into the room, the excitement of the night is heating up. There's still some nerves to shake out. After all, putting on a production like this for a local audience as well as an online one ain't easy. Hey guys, we're live from Houston, Texas for the 2025 TWIPY Awards. The crowd went absolutely crazy during the awards. Being a host was such an incredible experience. Getting to hand out awards to creators, manufacturers, designers, you name it. These are people I watch, products that I use, and creators I admire. So for me, this wasn't just another event. It was truly meaningful on a personal level. But enough from me, let's get to the highlights. Best publication, Nap Arcade. This dude is a beast. Tight race though. Will Nudge take it next year? We'll have to wait and see. Best art package, Avatar, The Battle for Pandora. I couldn't agree more on this one. Avatar is stunning, and how cool is it that this is Leah Fauski's debut to the industry? It's her first time doing pinball art, and she absolutely crushed it. Best online community group, Pinside. Best community member of the year, Rob Burke. This dude lives, breathes, and sleeps pinball. Content creator of the year, Carrie Hardy. Love this guy's content. Best podcast, Electric Bat Arcade, Tight Race, one of my favorite places to play pinball, and Kale and Rachel are awesome human beings. Game of the year, Jaws. Duh, Jaws is awesome. Best game launch and reveal, Jaws. More Jaws, not surprised. Innovation of the year, the Uncanny X-Men Danger Room. Jack is the man. Congrats, dude. Best sound, Metallica. It's freaking Metallica. Best animations, Jaws. Look, I think this one should have gone to Metallica Remastered, but congrats anyways. Homebrew Game of the Year, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater by Nick Neitzel. This game was so hot at Expo, you had to wait forever to play it. So stoked for Nick. Breakout Content Creator of the Year. The flip side, hey, this one is me.
Pass that trophy over.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so cool.
Woohoo.
You know, this is pretty awesome. This is so cool.
I
guess
love
it's
that
the part
Jamie's just texting.
Jamie,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you. Thanks,
He's
man.
like,
This one was unexpected, and I'm so excited to have the support of the community. Thanks for all of those that voted. It means a lot to me. I cannot thank you enough. I didn't cover all the winners here, but huge congrats to everyone who took home an award this year, as well as all the nominees. This community is packed with incredibly talented content creators, and it's awesome to see their hard work recognized. If you want to catch the full award show, I'll drop a link in the description of this video. Well, that's it. It's over. Another TWIPYs award ceremony is in the books. But this was more than just an award show for me. It was something truly special, hosting the event alongside friends I've met through this incredible community that we all love. Everyone wants to feel accepted, and to me, pinball represents exactly that. A welcoming place for everyone. We're all a little weird, a little strange, but none of that matters here. What unites us is our shared passion for this hobby, and it's that love for pinball that brings us all together.